Welcome back to Access Anime. I'm Henshin Ikeda, and today we're going to be reviewing Gundam AGE episode 49. Kind of odd. I would have thought they would have waited until episode 50 to actually end everything, but my bad. I guess not. So let's pretty much kick it off to what's actually happening here. The leader of the Vegan forces is pretty much on his deathbed. He dies in this episode. He's looking out into the battle, and he pretty much feels that his right-hand man, Zighart, he's dead. The Legolas is gone. Finally, Vegans no longer have a Gundam. I was waiting for this. Now we're back to where we started, pretty much from ground one. Now, this is where it kind of gets a little interesting, because now Vegans pretty much don't have a leader. So, Falk Arkamud, he pretty much self-proclaims himself the leader on the battlefield. Now he's been upgraded, and he's basically he's got to turn this around too, so he's sending his guys out, and he sends Zara Geens out, which is the Vegan leader's son, technically by his own DNA, not his like real son, but recreated clone pretty much, which was designed to take out the Gundams. So he's sent out. Now the commander-in-chief of the Federation forces, Frederick Alvarez, he turns it around and he tells everyone, we got to turn the fleet around, we've got to be on our guns. And then the following scene, you see all the Osmo, his father, and Flint pretty much all out there, all three of them out. And they're taking out everyone, pretty much, they're pretty good at what they do. But out of nowhere, Zara Gins comes out and attacks them. And it's, he's no Gundam. I mean, like, you're waiting for something that's more Gundam-like. I mean, the Legolas, that was a piece of art. That was a Gundam. A messed up version of a Gundam, but nonetheless it was a Gundam. What Zara Geens is flying, it isn't even remotely close to a Gundam, oddly enough. Try to take out a guy that flies a Gundam with something that's a piece of crap. Doesn't really make sense. And so now you have three of them going after Geens, which I find is ironic. And while this is happening, the leader of Vegan tries to, he's an X-Rounder too, so he's using his X-Rounder power to talk to Asno, pretty much trying to tip the balance of the weights here to see if he can bring him back to but it doesn't work. Osmo just doesn't want any part of it, and so now they're just basically going after Zara Geens. But see, now we'd go back to the Falk Arkamud, the new field leader of the Vegan forces, and what he wants to do is use the Degamazona cannons again, and they're going to use the second moon for this. But that doesn't really work out, because when they're attacking Zara Geens, another mobile suit, the one that I believe it's the same one that Zighart was fighting in the Legolas. This big, this mobile suit comes out of nowhere and latches onto him, and it looks like he's trying to take over Zara Geens, but actually it's Zara Geens who's taking over that mobile suit, but they take him away, and he kind of crashes into some of the second moon's spikes that go into the base, and so now it's made it almost impossible for the Degamazona cannons, or whatever that power is, to launch out. So now they're the spikes are overheating into the base, so it's pretty much a no-go. They're gonna lose the second moon and themselves. But why this is happening, you see Flint orders to get the missile. He's got a rocket launcher on his mobile suit, and he's like, I'm gonna end this now. I'm like, pull it, man, pull it. All they had to do is pull the rocket launcher, and the Vegans would be gone. He has a moment. Besides having his grandson right in front of him saying, no, you can't do this, we're at a flashback now. He sees everyone. Well, before that, he sees Urine, the girl that died, and he's kind of like asking, what should I do? I don't know what to do anymore. And it's like, she's like, it's okay, you can let go, you know. And now he's seeing everyone that he's ever cared about that's pretty much passed away. They're telling him pretty much the exact same thing. So he actually lets go. He's like, you know what? Okay, Osmo, we'll do it. He's going to listen to his grandson, so he backs away. And right next to his grandson is his son. So it's kind of weird seeing the trio kind of fighting, because they're usually never in sync. Because the youngest is, in all fairness, they're all cocky when they're kids. All peace and such and such. And I mean, Flint was the only one that stayed the same up until this very last moment where he could have actually got rid of the Vegans. But so now we see this Gundam, which is actually it's called a Shido, is what it was referred to, which was latched onto Zaragin's. It's now part of Garazin's now. So Zara is like a mega mobile suit now, and basically what Flint told his grandson, you go after him, it's yours, this will be our last battle, but you take him out. And so he goes in there and he's battling him. And what's interesting is Flint's son's crew on that pirate ship, well, apparently the Diva crew's on it, and they take over. Because it's like, you know, Ash said for us to take care of so-and-so, so now they're giving out orders and helping the sick and whatnot. And apparently Flint's last real move, he instead of firing the rocket, he fires it up and basically tells like both sides, Vegan and the Federation, look, we need to stop. We gotta help the Vegans out because that second moon's gonna explode. And apparently no one was listening. A couple suits were slowing up. As soon as the rocket goes up and explodes, he's got everyone's attention, and now they're doing exactly what he's saying. They're, you know, getting rid of all those spikes, all those rods. And now you see Flint's grandson pretty much going in there, and he's going, well, besides taking out a few of the spikes, he's trying to get to the Shido, which is attached to Zara. And Zara, he's pretty much lost it. He's killing his own men, he's killing the Federation, you know, he just wants to kill the Gundams. That's pretty much what he was bred to do. And out of nowhere, you know, Osmo goes like, just attacks him, and then all the spikes blow up all at once. And he saves Zara, you know, like this kid, Zara. His suit's gone, the Shido's gone, and somehow he was able to, you know, put him in his mobile suit's hand and protect him. He still has to be the little good kid, you know. He's like, he has to keep saving him. But you know, I feel for that. And that was pretty much the end of that little space battle. But during the fight, the Falk Arkmud basically contacted the Federation leaders, had them on both channels. The leader on the former Diva, which is now on the pirate ship, she was on channel, and so was the Commander-in-Chief, Frederick Alvarez, and he basically told them, we had the Shido, our pilot, he told them everything about the special clone pilot, and basically everything they need to know about him to an extent. So they would actually know how to take him out. But now that, you know, Zara's been saved, I guess, you know, this is pretty much the end of the whole series, it feels like. It does. I believe it is anyways, because we did at the end of the credits, well, let me, before I get to that, we now have a 37-year gap. A 37-year gap, and guess what? Flint is finally dead. He's passed away, hopefully retired now. He's not coming back. And they have a statue of him in front of the Gundam Museum. It's interesting. But just before the 37-year gap, though, you see the leader of the Vegans basically thank Flint's grandson just before he dies, and you see his wife crying that he's finally dead. So the Vegan leader is dead actually. But jumping ahead 37 years, Flint is dead. There's a statue of him up there, and you don't get to see his grandson's lower. You see his lower face, but you don't get to see above, so you don't know how he turned out. But you can see his son now, which is Osmo's father, and he looks exactly like Flint, like his grandfather, like his father, except minus the green color. It's he's blonde, so it's like he's got blonde facial hair, and it's like you can see all of his top, but yeah. Pretty much within that 37-year gap, apparently the Vegans no longer are poisoned. The Federation worked with the Vegans to cure that particular disease, and so people in outer space can flourish more, for our humanity can grow. That was pretty much the end of the episode, when we jump to 37 years and you get to see everyone progress, because they used the stuff from the DS or DBS system. They took the Vegan, the Federation stuff, and they put it together, and they basically came out with a cure for that Vegan disease. That was pretty much the end of the series. That's kind of sad. But again, you have to watch past the credits to see the 37-year gap. If you didn't watch the ending of the credits, then you're out of luck. You didn't see. You have to go back and watch it. But it was worth watching. I hope. Now all I've got left is Gundam Unicorn to wait now. That's sad. But it wasn't too bad. I would definitely give it a 4.5 out of 5, because it felt like it's the ending of the series. So I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5. But just to be up clear, battle scenes were horrible in my opinion. I mean, I thought the Falk Orgmod, the new Fields Commander, was gonna have more of a fighting scene. I was hoping more Vegans versus Federation, but that didn't happen. And wow, Flint, yep, I'll say it. I will say it. Flint, you pussied out. You could have blown up the Vegans. Conscience, you picked the worst time to have a conscience. Really. Then again, his grandson is a pain in my butt. Literally, he is a pain in my butt. But it wasn't too bad of a series. But definitely comment. Let me know what you thought of it, because that wasn't too bad for me. Although I was kind of relieved they ended the series with Vegans not having any Gundams at all. They almost pulled it off. One episode away from it, though. But no Gundams. The Legolas is gone. Sadly, so is Zighard. He's gone. That was kind of sad. There were a lot of characters that was interesting to see, like the ones that passed away that were friends of Flint. In his little flashback when he was dreaming of Urine, and then seeing all of the people that passed away in the process. I believe that was his mom was one of the last ones. Either his mom or his wife. But it's kind of interesting, because when they did the 37-year gap, they said it was 100 years since the Vegans attacked so-and-so. So I was like, so that means Flint must have been beyond what I've seen. If he was alive, he'd be in his hundreds then, so that's quite a time gap. But again, good series. Again, comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, check my Twitter out, and pretty much ends it for today. I don't think I'm going to be reviewing anything else after this, because there's nothing else for a few more days. I'll check out a few other reviewers. I'll see what else is on. I may make just a rant clip or something based on what I'll be watching next, and who knows. Okay, well, that pretty much ends it for today. Before I forget, you can't stop the access, but you can watch the feed. I'll see you later, guys.